Good morning, children. We are welcome to SS class. Today, let us study continuous of previous lesson. Chapter 15, Land, Soil and Water. Today, let us study the previous lesson of land, soil and water. Today, let us study about the soil conservation. How to conserve or how to protect our soil. We have studied that land only 28% only land. Most we have to cultivate the land and have to preserve our land. The soil conservation includes all measures of which can protect the soil erosion from and fertility exhaustion. We have need the cultivation. If we need cultivation, our soil should be fertile. There is no fertile, there is no cultivation. So, how to fertile and how to conserve the soil? First, let us see the different methods adopted for soil conservation. There are different methods. Different methods are there to conserve the soil based on the local environment. Some are, let us study. First one, afforestation. First one, let us study afforestation. Afforestation is the best way to conserve soil. The best way to conserve the soil. First one is afforestation. First best way to how to conserve soil. Afforestation is the best way to conserve soil. There are rows of the trees should be planted in short distance. We have to, where there is some distance, we have to take a plant here. So some distance is in the plant. So like that, we can conserve the soil. Some distance we have to plant trees and plant a short distance in the field to provide shelter belt where there is a field now. Then we can put some trees there. Then this belt of the soil we can protect. Like this is protect the material. Like we can protect the soil belt, shelter belt. Now other point let us study overgrazing. Overgrazing. What is overgrazing? Maybe you have seen. By animals must be checked. Sometimes animals go to the field, no? Then all they will destroy the pasture, maybe all the soil. They will destroy the soil. So overgrazing by animals must be checked. And now the existing agriculture practices should be changed by adopting the following measures. Sometimes we get the agriculture, different ways of agriculture may make the soil fertile. First one, rotation of the crops. First one is rotation of the crops. That word you can say rotation of the crops. First one is rotation of crops. Then the cultivation of different crops. Cultivation of different crops on the same pieces of land each year during the different times. So it will become different times to rotation of the cultivation, different types of crops, not one type. If it is different types, the soil will be fertile. So it is good for the rotation of crops. Different types crops we have to plant. Then strip cropping. What is strip cropping? It is a method agriculture practice in which particular crop is sown between the rows. One crop leaving no area cultivated. Then this is strip cropping. Strip cropping it is a cultivation practice in which particular crop is sown between the rows. One crop to leaving to another cultivated. Then terrace farming in the practice of the cutting steps in the hill slopes provide flat land for the cultivation and the check of the soil erosion. Tracing the plant is like when it's like this plant farming is the practice of cutting steps, different step from top to step by step. We can plant. That is we call it terrace. The farming in the practice of the cutting steps in hill slopes provide flat land for the cultivation to check the soil terrace. Then counterplane. The cultivation of land along the counters in order to check the flow of the water which otherwise can wash away the soil. Counterplane, the cultivation land along the contours of order to check the flow of the water which otherwise can wash away the soil. Side where there is a water flowing, that there is we can put the cultivation. It will absorb soil. We can get the soil there. Next cultivation is the cover cropping. How to do this? Cover cropping are grown in order to cover the bare ground. Such crops are grown mostly orchards and plantations where the gestation period of the tree crop is low. This is covering. The one cultivation is full. The field covering of the one seed type. Then it is under it is the moist in the soil. That is a covering crop. There is a picture also you can see in the test. There is a picture. How to the field is covering, or the covering all that is one type of, that is also cover cropping. That also will get fertile the soil. Then follow allow the land to rest so that the natural forces can replenish in the soil. But sometimes you have to leave the place. Always cultivation is not sometimes leave the 3-4 months. It is not cultivated. It is for rest for the land. That also good for the soil cultivation. These are the soil cultivations. So soil how to conserve different types of we can do. First one is afforestation, then overgrazing, then some culture like agriculture, protection of the crops, straight cropping, terrace, and counterplane, and also cover crop and following. These are the different types of the we can conserve the soil. Now let us study the different types of soil resources of India. Different types of soil resources of India. In India with these varied rocks, relief, climate, and vegetation has a great variety of soils. There are variety of different varieties of soils. Which are the latest? First one, the different types of soils are there. So let us take all the soils we will study. Different types of soil. First one, alluvial soil. Alluvial soil means it is the most top-based. It is the most fertile soil. It is a very fertile, is for cultivate. This fertile soil. It is found in the plains of North India. Plains of North India and the flood plains and the deltas of the major near the riverside only. The soil is formed due to the deposition sediment by the rivers. This is called alluvial soil, where we can form the regions of the most fertile soil. First it is a fertile soil, and it is found. Where it is found? It is found in the plains of North India and its floodplains and the deltas of the major rivers. Deltas of the major rivers, we can see the alluvial soil. This is a very most fertile soil. Now let us see second, the black soil. Let us study the black soil. It is formed, black soil where it is a black color soil. It is formed due to the weathering of the volcanic, from down it is from the fire and oil gases from it is a volcanic rocks from underground, it is from outside, it is a black soil. It is formed due to the weathering volcanic rocks. Its color is a black color. It and also it is called black lava soil. After the lava coming outside, that it will have studied, lava comes outside, then afterwards it will melted there. That is called melted there. It is black soil is formed the weathering of the organic rocks. Therefore, it is also called black lava soil. Black lava soil. It is made up of fine clay. It is made up of fine clay material can hold the moisture. This type of soil is found in the Deccan Trap region and locally called rugged. Black lava soil is best suited for cotton and sugar cane. We can use for the sugar cane and cane cultivation of this soil. Which is soil? Black soil is very fertile soil. It's good for sugar cane and cotton. So it is fertile soil. How it is formed? From the lava. This after coming out the lava, then after that it is melted there. It is melted there. It is very fertile also. It is used for sugar cane and cotton. Now let us study the next laterite soil. What is a laterite? No. Now let us study the red soil. Red soil is formed with the gneiss rocks. Gneiss rocks. How is this? Gneiss rocks means the melted rocks. Melted rocks. Red soil. Red soil is formed with the weathering of old gneiss rocks. Melted rocks is there. It have to form the red color. Red rocks. The red soil is found in the peninsula of India. Where it is we can see the peninsula of India. The red color of the soil is due to the high iron content. There is a red soil is very red soil is what will contain the high iron content. So its color is a red color. When we see red color, so the red color is the soil is due to the high iron content. This soil can be made fertile and adding manner for the chemical fertilizers. So it is used for the chemical soil, for the different chemical chemicals. It is used for the red soil. It is very useful for the red soil. It is formed in the gneiss rocks. I said also the gneiss rock means melted rocks. Okay. Now let us study the mountain soil. Mountain soil and the lateral soil. What one is the lateral soil? It is formed of the heavy rains washed away the fertile layer of the upper part of the soil. What is the lateral soil? Laterite soil is formed when heavy rains. When heavy rains comes, it washed away the fertile upper place. When the heavy rain is going down, this washed away the upper part, and therefore the soil is less fertile. It is not fertile. It is a less fertile. This laterite soil is formed with the heavy rains washed away the fertile upper part of the soil. Part of the soil is washed, there is no fertile, no more fertile. That is, it is found in the western Ghats, in the flat uplands where the heavy rainfall occurs. Where there is heavy rainfalls, we can see that places. Such a soil can only support pastures and shrubs. It is not good for the other cultivation. Only shrubs and plants are there for pastures. So it is where they called laterite soil. It is not fertile. It is due to the heavy rain. It washed up the upper rain, and so it is not so much fertile. Okay. Now let us study the mountain soil. Mountain soil it is mainly found on the hill slope. Hill slope covered with the forest. Where we can find this soil? Hill slope. We can the hill slope of the top of the hillside. We can see this soil. This soil is formed due to the deposition of organic matter. This is how it is formed. This soil is formed due to the deposit of the organic matter, and this rich in the humus. It is suitable for the tea, coffee and spice cultivation. This soil is good for this mountain soil is good for spices and also different crops, and also tea, coffee, all this, and spices cultivation is good for. You can see some mountains are full of tea plant, tea estate and coffee estate. They bear the slope of the mountains. If you go to Kerala, you can see there are different mountains are used for estate, for tea estate, and some of the coffee estate, and also the spices, different types of spices also cultivated. It's a slope areas of the mountains. Then we can see the desert soil. What is the desert? Desert, do you know? Desert. It is found around hot and semi-arid regions. You can see that where we can see the soil. Desert soil is found in the hot and semi-arid regions. There is a hot and semi-arid region. It has thick layer. It is a thick layer land. This soil lacks humus content but contains high proportion soluble salts that helps irrigation, and the variety of the crops can be grown in the desert soil. These are the desert soil. So there are different types of soil we have find. This first one is a alluvial soil, second one is a black soil, then we have a red soil, then we have like the soil, mountain soil, desert soil. Once more, different types of soil we have studied today. First one, alluvial soil is the most fertile soil. Alluvial soil is the most fertile soil. Then black soil is the formed with the dirt of the volcanic rocks. Then the next one, red soil. Red soil is formed with the granite rocks. Then say high iron content is there. The dark soil is formed with the heavy rains and fertile at the part of the soil. Then mountain soil, it is found on the hilltop and covered with the forest, and it is with this cultivation for the tea, coffee, and other spices. And also the desert soil, it is found in the hot and semi and regions. It is a thick layer soil, desert soil. So these are the different types of soil, and also we have studied that the presence of the soil, the sources where we will get the good soil, the kind of situation of the soil. The deep we have seen the 4 types of soil, where it is first we have studied the parent rock, a person topsoil and subsoil and rock fragment and the rock soil. That all these videos we have studied this class. So now let us conclude here. Thank you very much.